Scarpins Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of SKLARBRO Country, the virus edition, aka the Pandy Pods,
aka Two Guys, No Lies,
aka Two Jews, No Harm and Killabrews,
aka Two Bros, We Are in the Nose,
aka One Sam and Couchy, two fans of Fauci.
I'm blending into the Couchy,
aka and Jason was all about the basil, no truffles. That was Huddletron, aka Old Zealand, aka the
I'm
AK
all
man.
about that basil.
I don't even think that was an AK, but god damn it, he was so good.
All right.
Wait, I got one from him.
Okay.
Curring fraught heat shakes with store-bought sheet cakes.
Okay.
God damn it, Huddletron.
All right. Let's just get into this because this is a fact. We're not letting our kids have Snapchat.
And I know it's the pandemic. Are you heading towards the way of giving us because my youngest daughter who's 13 wants Snapchat, and I think my older daughter wants it too, or maybe she even already has it, and I don't know.
Yeah.
But they want it, and I'm like, I don't want you to have it because at least with Instagram, at least with TikTok, I can see what you're doing and I can just get an idea of what's going on. But not that I have to overlook all the time, and I do give them their space. But I do think as a parent, stuff that just goes away, that's a recipe for even the smartest, bestest, nicest, coolest kids are gonna
The
take
image
advantage.
on the thumbnail of Snapchat is a ghost.
Right.
Disappears.
It's gone. Like, can't be tracked by modern technology.
And look, we know it's a pandemic. They should be allowed to drink vodka, do meth, do whatever they want to do.
As long as it's at home and they're not with people who don't have masks
and they're wearing
on,
masks in public.
as long as they're not at Sturgis, what could go wrong?
So we're saying no to Snapchat. But look, Snapchat stuff gets up there
And then it disappears. It's like a Trump cabinet appointment.
it's there. It's totally inappropriate.
It's embarrassing.
and then it vanishes before we have a chance to get to investigate what the hell it did.
yeah. Like, you know that something was wrong.
And you know that something wrong was done.
but you just can't
We have
prove
no
it
record
now.
of it.
We have
Why
no
do we
record.
not have a record of this?
It's like Kellyanne Conway.
So if you're posting on Snapchat, we say to you, maybe don't post your biggest, craziest, stupidest stunts on this thing.
You do that on Instagram.
Do-
Do that on TikTok if you really want. Like,
Right.
the thing that you set up, the Rube Goldbergian thing in your backyard, don't do it on Snapchat. It's going to be gone.
Right.
You want it to have lasting like, don't do the crazy prank of you trying to like
Jump a
pool in a scooter, in a bird scooter. Don't do that on Snapchat. Why would you do that and then have that go? You go to all the time and effort and maybe put yourself in harm's way. Why do that?
So this next woman in this story, she should be the poster child for Snapchat.
Right. She should be the icon for Snapchat, what she's doing in this thing. So at least then it would never disappear.
She should give her a Snappy. Award.
Right? A Snappy Award? Is that what we're calling them now?
I think we are. All right, here we go. A woman leaning out of a car window to make a Snapchat video fell out of the vehicle in front of traffic on the M25 motorway.
So this happened in England.
How fun is it?
She
just
fell
to
out on
hear-
the wrong side of the road?
Remember we would listen to
I just
English
listened-
Premier League soccer and just hear the
Just the call-in shows, the talk sport call-in shows, just to be like, the M4 is, the M5.
M25.
M25 is all stacked up.
All right, so this woman, give her a Snappy is what we say.
That's right.
And I just want to see her like
Fell out of the car on the wrong side of the car, by the way.
while she was trying to make a Snapchat video. I want to hear her acceptance speech at the Snappies. I want to.
Who do you wanna thank?
I want to thank my God, Tequila,
Is that her God?
and my team, Benson and Hedges,
Uh-huh.
Jack and Ginger.
Although she will do it with a British accent. So it'll
and
be like
really,
more
it's
Cockney.
just an honor to be nominated.
Yeah.
Look, hers is the story. Now, this is what is great about this. Her story of her idiocy is now the story that parents everywhere
Are going to use.
are going to tell when they tell their kids they're not getting Snapchat.
You can't get Snapchat because of this dumb
You want to
bitch.
end up like this dummy and
No.
fall out of a car? It's happening to thousands of people. It's
Yeah.
happening to everyone. That's
Just
what happens.
If you get on Snapchat,
That's what's going to happen to you.
if you get on Snapchat, and I know we live in Nebraska, if you get on Snapchat, you're going to fall out of a car on the M25. That's what's going to happen to you.
And whenever, by the way, if you try to make a Snapchat, by saying trying to make a Snapchat,
shows how old and out of touch
you're
you are.
done. You're finished. You're out of the
I'm trying to fashion a TikTok.
trying to create.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're
No,
not good
just-
fashioning anything. It's not like you're not whittling something out of driftwood.
So, and I, this is just a note to parents. If you're going to threaten your kids, you can threaten to a point, but don't go overboard. Then they know the threat's false.
That's right.
All right.
It's got to be credible.
Didn't happen to everyone.
It's got to be a credible threat.
It's not going to happen to everyone. It just happened to this
one
idiot.
person.
She was in the front passenger seat and ended up on a live lane.
What does that mean? Is that a third rail?
No, I think it's a car lane that was still going.
Ooh, are lanes never? Are they sometimes not live?
Yes, if it's been if the lane has been blocked off. All right, shut down between Junction
live lane
6 and Clackett lanes.
This is the most.
Where was she in Clackett
Lane? She was in Clackett Lane.
I saw her on Clackett Lane.
Clackett Lane services Westerham, Kent.
Is it in Kent or is it in Westerham?
On Saturday, September 19th.
So wisely, she was out at 1:30 a.m.
During a pandemic. Sure. Everything good happens at that hour, so you might as well get out.
Only good can come from that. It's not like she was out at 1:30 a.m. and she wound up like delivering 10,000 masks to people. That's not what she was doing at 1:30 in the morning.
That's not what people do at 1:30 in the morning.
And apparently there were a lot of other people out on the road too. They're saying there was traffic. Does that seem nuts?
That seems nuts that there was a lot of traffic at 1:30 in the morning on the M25. Britton, what are you doing?
So she was treated on the scene by paramedics and she did not suffer serious injuries, maybe a bruised ego.
You know, although can this gal get a bruised ego?
I
feel like she doesn't. There is no ego.
Hey, at least she got first responders to
have to deal with her instead of respond to actual people. Okay, good.
Yeah,
so you pulled resources away. Thank God.
Surrey Police's Roads Policing Unit tweeted.
Those are good. That's
the
nice.
front seat passenger was hanging out the car whilst filming a Snapchat video along the M25.
Whilst.
You didn't even have to know M25. You heard whilst and tweeting from the police department. You're like, that's in England.
Yeah, that would never happen in America.
There's no whilst in the tweets
no one used
of America.
Whilsts on the
department, the police department in
on
like
the Bakersfield,
Macon, Georgia.
Yeah, the Bakersfield Facebook page. You never hear a whilst.
And wait, so police are tweeting now?
Yeah, that's the thing.
And this is my question. I wonder
how come they're not on Snapchat?
I wonder if they're checking their likes too.
Yeah.
Like a call comes in, we've got a robbery in process. Hang on
a second.
I was over by like 20 characters. Now I want to get the same tweet out there, but I gotta abbreviate
some of the words here. It's like, yeah, we also have to police.
Right.
You can't be fashioning tweets, and I know fashioning tweets isn't what it is.
It is only luck. This is what they tweeted. She wasn't seriously injured or killed. # no words. They're using hashtags.
You can't do hashtags. You cannot do hashtags as a police department.
And I hate the # no words after you've just used like 70 words.
Yeah.
You just used a
really?
bunch of
You
words
have no
to
words?
describe it.
We've got some words for her.
Yeah.
Dummy.
Dipshit.
Julio Iglesias.
Nincompoop.
There you go.
We need a good nincompoop. There was a nincompoop in the pilot of, or in the first episode of Cheap Seats, which is now up on our YouTube page. One Twitter user responded, should be made to pay for the closure of the road, made to pay the police and the highways for dealing with complete lunacy she has caused. I like that.
I like that. I'm on board with that.
Now I kind of understand why the cops were tweeting.
Yeah.
They want to activate the trolls.
That's right. Dig
Twitter
out the
trolls.
That's right. Get them out from under the old Twitter bridge.
Get the trolls out. Shame her for her idiocy.
Yeah. Get it to trend. You might be able to ruin her.
Ruin her life.
That's right.
Make her miserable. Because obviously she cares about social media.
And also, police like the likes.
Another added in this on the Twitter thing. The worst thing about this is had she been hit, the poor driver who hit her would have had to live with it for the rest of her life.
This is a good point.
Is that the worst part, though?
That's bad.
Is it? I think the worst part about this is that because she wasn't hurt at all, she definitely won't learn her lesson from this.
That is a bad part.
That is the worst part about this.
That is a bad part.
Look, no one expects to be dodging human bodies on a motorway, and an emergency stop may have caused a serious pileup and further loss of life. Another person subtweeted.
There you go. All these tweets are valid, by the way.
So I heard this story of a woman trying to take a Snapchat and falling out of her car onto the road. And I think this could be a great, like, high concept, lowbrow comedy movie. All right. Sally Ann was a party girl without a care for anyone in the world until one night she leaned out of the window of a moving car just to get the perfect Snapchat.
Here we go.
Fell to the ground, bumped her head, and then she thought she was the Queen of England.
All right, let's hear the log lines.
Finally, a comedy that really rules. Royal pain in the ass.
Westminster Abigail.
What the fucking Ham Palace.
There you go. I mean, you can put like squiggly lines and hashtags in there to you understand.
How about a citation for the other person in the car who probably egged her on because she was in the passenger window?
By the way, is filming it while driving. right?
I think she was trying to
She's
film
filming
out
it
the
while
window.
she's out the window. All right, fine.
The woman was treated by paramedics at the scene, and her injuries were not life-threatening or life-changing. No arrests have been made. I love that the police put in their statement to the media that her injuries were not life-changing. They know what we just said.
There's no way this gal learned from this thing.
She needed, and I don't say this lightly, she needed to get hurt a little.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You need just a little wake-up call, like mangle her Snapchat finger.
Her posting hand.
The posting hand is all screwed up, and now you got to think about what you did.
Not life-threatening, but just a constant reminder, like her finger's this, is like
I'd say not life-threatening, but enough life-changing that she wouldn't do it again.
Yeah, constant reminder to her that she's an idiot, and she doesn't get it. She didn't get it. And I blame the other motorists, you know what, who weren't drunk enough themselves.
To run over her?
Right. They were too conscientious.
They were too nice. Guys.
If people would have been drunker, she would have become a speed bump.
Yeah. And then she would have probably.
And now she's not Snapchatting anymore out a window.
Well, like Snapchat, she disappears.
And I'll tell you this.
She disappears rather quickly.
And it would have gotten a lot of likes. I don't even know if you get likes on Snapchat.
Who knows? All right, that's our first story. It's down in the books. We got I feel like Chuck Barris.
We got a great story. The next story is, I think it's also from England.
Also from England. Thank you, England.
Thank you. And this is a story about, yes, it's about a guy who escaped prison, but really it's more about a concept.
The prison itself.
And its choices.
And we'll get into that right after the break. This is SKLARBRO Country, the virus edition. Don't go anywhere.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We are zeroing in. There's only a few days left and only a few tickets left.
Yeah, just go to eventbrite.com and here's the deal. I think general admission is sold out. Couples tickets sold out, and
group tickets are getting close.
They're getting close, but
there's some Ticket Plus.
There's some Ticket Plus. So what you got to do is you get your Ticket Plus. It's $25, and all the VIPs are sold out. $25 for the group or for the Ticket Plus. I know there are a bunch of those, or a handful of those left. Get them before they all go. Go to eventbrite.com. Look up Live Dumb People Town this Saturday. Mike Birbiglia, Mike Doty from Soul Coffin is going to play the Dumb People Town theme song. He's going to play "Sunken Eyed Girl," one of our favorite songs that he does in his solo career. Amazing. So you want to get it. It's 6:30 West Coast time, 7:30 Mountain, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern time. I'm glad I just ran through the time zones for you. Eventbrite.com. Look up Live Dumb People Town in a little search engine. You'll find it. Hey, we're putting some really cool stuff up on our YouTube page. We need you guys to check it out. If you're looking for content, jump down the rabbit hole.
You can watch these. Watch the videos of these if you just listen to them.
And then you can also watch. We're putting up cheap seats. We put up the David Spade episode of Dumb People Town.
And we're going to start putting up old episodes of Dumb People Town that we videotaped, the full episodes.
Back in the day. It speaks of a world that pre-pandemic.
That was simple. We could sit in a room together and connect, and it's really nostalgic and beautiful. And this is a great way to support us for free. Really easy. So go to YouTube.
Look up SKLARBRO Country. Subscribe to it.
I want everyone who subscribes to this podcast to subscribe to that YouTube page.
That out. Okay. Shall we jump into this, please?
This next story is crazy. It will baffle you on many levels.
Well, there are many moments where you're gonna
not
when we
understand.
say this, you'll say, "Wait a minute, how the hell was this allowed to happen?" I want you to think about how many times you make that statement.
Like there should have been more checks and balances in place. It's like our government.
Yeah, there should be more checks and balances in place so that crazy stuff doesn't happen. All right. This is, again, British, so we'll have to somewhat translate what it is. A lag, I'm assuming this is like someone who was in prison, a prisoner, who walked out of an open prison to see his mom, claims, just kidding, it was impossible to get rearrested despite showing up at a police station 7 times to try and hand himself in.
Who is he? An 18-year-old with a gun shooting protesters in Wisconsin?
He can't give himself
up
no
get
matter
arrested.
What. Yeah. Akram Udin, which to me sounds like an Arabic noodle dish.
Yeah.
Have you tried the Akram Udin?
Udin, yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, the noodles are really thick.
They're really thick. And
a lot of garlic.
And they're kind of sweet.
A lot of garlic. Appeared at the Old Bailey. The hell is that? In October 2017, charged with firearm offenses. So maybe he is a kid shooting people in Wisconsin.
Firearm offenses. That makes it sound like he did unspeakable things to the firearms.
Were they underaged AKs? That would be my question to him.
So he was sentenced to 8 years in prison and later had further 2 years added to his sentence for violent disorder and drug offenses.
Yeah, you know it's bad when you're in jail, and
you
not
get
because
more
of
time.
Right, yeah, not because of something you're doing in jail. Something before they're like, oh, hey, we forgot to add these 2 years on.
Sorry,
let's add these on. So basically, great guy.
Yeah, good guy.
He was moved to Stanford Hill, which Stanford Hill is my favorite Julia Roberts
Hugh Grant rom-com.
Yes, it is.
What a weird movie that was. She was a movie star who was not Julia Roberts.
Yeah, and he tried to have sex with a hooker.
No, wait, that was real life. That was real life.
Could have been Eddie Murphy too. I have no clue at this point.
Back to Stanford Hill. Yeah. Julia Roberts plays a movie star who falls in love with a guy.
That was Notting Hill. This is Stanford Hill.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Who falls in love with a guy who works at a bookstore and has multiple firearms offenses.
Stanford Hill, for everybody who wants to know, is not like a soccer stadium. Like
sounds like Stanford Bridge.
Stanford Bridge or something Hill or
Craven Cottage.
No, this is
Anfield.
Stanford Hill is actually an open prison. What is an open prison, you ask?
Guys, you are incarcerated. There are no walls around the yard, so we are asking you nicely.
As nicely as we can.
Would you please stay here and fulfill your sentence?
You all seem like trustworthy guys.
So this shouldn't be a problem, right? No problem here?
Nothing about prison should be open.
Including prisoners'
assholes.
Assholes.
So he was sent to Stanford Hill in March. On June 17th, he escaped because he wanted to see how his mother was coping with the coronavirus pandemic. Okay, but...
Well, that makes sense. Let me check in on my mom.
On me mum.
Because I care for her so much.
Why does every British person have the... Anyways.
Sound
like a Monty Python actor playing a woman.
Right. Let me bring the coronavirus from prison to the mom that I love so well.
Right.
Because prisons are really...
Petri dishes for
prisons
whatever.
And factories and college campuses are where you're going to get it.
So at least you're going to bring her syphilis, and that's fantastic.
Maybe that's poor payback for how poorly his mom raised him. Because she didn't do a great job. And I'm not putting it on her. Maybe she had to do 2 jobs. Maybe the dad left. Maybe the dad was abusive and the mom did the best she could.
Yeah.
But the guy has some firearms offenses.
He defiled firearms. That's the point at which you have to say as a parent, maybe I should have checked in on him a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have seen if he had Snapchat.
Maybe the rye method wasn't the best way to raise my kid. Back off.
Then a couple of days later, Udin, 27, called his solicitor, Kamal Chana, and was advised to give himself up. Advised? I love how lax everybody is with the prisoners
here. England, you are so adorable.
Excuse me, pardon me.
See, over here, if you haven't done anything horribly wrong.
Yeah.
They put a knee in your neck for 9 minutes.
Over there, they advise you to give yourself up.
Yeah.
Speaking via video link in a court hearing yesterday, Udin claimed to have made 7 separate attempts to surrender himself. Guys, I'm trying to turn myself in.
I'm trying to, but it's impossible to get back into this open prison.
It's like Hotel California. You can check out anytime you like.
And that's it.
That's the end of the phrase for Stanford Hill.
And you can also leave.
Yeah.
I think that was it. You can check out any time you like, and you can also leave. So is he trying to get back to prison? I don't think he's trying hard enough.
Yeah. Or was he? Between July 13th and August 13th, Udin says he tried to hand himself in at the Lewisham police station in southeast London several times, but busy officers said they could find no warrant for his arrest.
Excuse me, sir. We are very, very busy here.
Yeah, we can't be messing around with guys who escaped our open prisoner trying to get back in. Okay.
We've got a Christmas party to plan.
That's right.
Okay.
We've got Twitter accounts to send to.
Facebook pages to update.
Jesus Christ. Come back tomorrow. Liam Walker, representing Udin at Maidstone Crown Court, said, every name here is incredible.
Maidstone
Crown Court, Stanford Hill. I love it all.
Craven Cottage.
This case, more than any other that I've heard of or been involved in the last 2 decades of practice, perhaps illustrates the extent, the managed decay of the... Yeah, we get it. The criminal system is screwed, okay? It's broken.
It's broken, but is this real? Like, what's broken to me isn't necessarily the system.
It's the open prison system, guys. The Guardian reports Mr. Walker telling the court, it's utterly astonishing that when Mr. Udin asked to be taken back into custody, he was refused. This is little more than what an escaped prisoner can do. Then instruct his solicitor that he's going to a particular police station, attend that police station with a bag, say he escaped from prison, give his full details, and ask to be arrested and taken back. The lawyer's right here.
I mean, he could have defiled some more firearms if he wanted
to. To get back in there, maybe. Yeah. To badly paraphrase Oscar Wilde, to pass up the opportunity to arrest an escaped prisoner once may be regarded as a misfortune. To pass that up opportunity 7 times, it's in utter shambles.
7 times.
Did Oscar Wilde say that?
After the 5th time, he should be able to,
in my opinion, get a friend out.
Get someone out.
You screwed up 7 times. Shame on you. We get a guy out.
The police have to answer to this. I mean, for real.
For this negligence, they do. The Metropolitan Police has disputed Uden's story by saying there's no record of Uden visiting the Lewisham police station. If he has to be back in prison 7 times and he wasn't, I'm going to assume there isn't any record because it's embarrassing to have that lying around.
Absolutely.
What police station would want to have a record of the thing that they did wrong just out there?
I mean, unless he's making it up. Like 7 times does sound like a number you would. I went back there like 7 times.
Yeah, that sounds like an 8-year-old. A statement from the Met reads, "We are aware of claims being made in mitigation during the sentencing of Akram Uden at Maidstone Crown on Friday 18th. After being made aware of the comments made in court, we are conducting a review to establish the facts of these claims," which is a long way of saying we're looking into it.
Right.
Like, you didn't need to say it. That's classically British. An entire sentence that just should have just been, we're looking into it.
Right.
If an individual attended a police station in the Metropolitan Police area to confirm that they were wanted for a criminal offense, their name would be put in the police national computer to confirm this. Not the national computer.
Oh, you don't want to be in the national computer.
I feel like the national computer, and I could be wrong here, is just one computer.
Yeah.
Like a desktop computer that everybody's waiting to get on.
Yes.
It's like a Compaq or a Dell.
It's
a
dirty.
desktop. Dirty.
It's dirty
like
on the top and
white,
around
but
the
now
edges.
it's yellowing in certain parts. It's just
Not
needs
white.
To be
It was off-white.
Off-white, and now it's yellow.
Dirty.
Yeah, it's dirty. Okay, and that's it. That's national computer. Even if that person was not wanted, there would be a record of that name having been entered by and by whom. From an initial review of our systems, there's no record of Akram Uden having attended Lewisham Police Station on dates between July 13th and August 13th. Uden has been jailed for 4 months for absconding from prison. So he's jailed further at a place that he could just walk out of because it's an open prison.
Well, that'll teach him. I mean, unless it is
or
an
will
open
it?
prison.
Or will it teach him, Jay?
What does being jailed for 4 more months
at an open prison really mean?
I mean, isn't he, if he was jailed in March for 8 years, then they tacked on another 2 years for 10 years, and they're only jailing him for 4 months for leaving that? He came out ahead.
Yeah, listen, I don't understand this concept at all. The idea of a prison that you can get out of is just, prison is something you should not be able to get out of.
The whole point of it is to sit in there
and contemplate your crimes. Your freedoms are taken away. Freedom of movement, gone. Can't leave.
It's like having an opening at a zoo.
An open zoo. Why would anyone have an open zoo? It's only slightly less punishing to its inhabitants. A zoo is.
Why even like form alliances for survival in there when you know you can just leave?
You better be nice to the Aryans. Why?
I'm leaving
tomorrow. Like next Tuesday. I'm going to be out of here.
I'm thinking about taking a trip to the English countryside.
Just hitting up some B&Bs, you know?
Like the trip.
Yeah, great. Listen, I get maybe why you'd want to hang out in an open prison. Maybe they've got a kick-ass outdoor weight room.
You don't have to join a gym.
Yeah.
There you go. You figured it out.
You just have to spot a guy with a swastika on his forehead.
Fine.
Okay? You got to look at that.
As he does some dumbbell flies, you can do that.
And maybe an open prison is the first time anybody really understood you. These guys get you.
They know what it's like.
You got a group of guy friends who would literally kill someone for
you, and that feels nice.
Yeah.
But again, it's an open prison.
Why not call it what it really is, an extended stay?
Yeah, you get a crappy thin bread. You have a roommate.
Mm-hmm. Every day there's like an unsatisfying breakfast.
It's technically free, but is it free?
Yeah. Now you have to make small talk with a douchebag while scooping up some watery powdered eggs.
Yeah.
And it's so annoying. You're going to want to shank him with your spork. You know what I mean? Like if it's a prison.
That's what you do in an extended stay hotel. To me, an open prison is like an open relationship. Mm-hmm. It's an evolved idea that can never work in the real world.
Yes. Someone will always say that they're cool with it and then not be.
Right? And someone will always, always, always take advantage of it.
See, if we take away the taboo, then it's not as fun to leave.
Like you can take away the taboo, but you can't take away the desire. Once you open it up, someone's not going to stick around.
That's absolutely right.
They're going to say they're visiting their mom, but they're really hanging out with new people who aren't you.
Ignoring your texts.
And they're going to claim that they tried to reach you like 7 times,
yeah, but you never got there. I had bad service.
Baby, I tried to come back. You weren't around, so it's kind of your fault.
Open relationship, open prison.
Great idea on paper.
Bad idea in practice. Yep. All right, that's a show, guys. That's how we do. Welcome back to the working week. We are here. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. Dedicate this show to the great memory of RBG. May we all live in her footsteps. Love you. You made it great for everybody, for our daughters, for all the women in our lives, and the men, man. She was an inspiration for
all
everybody.
the way around. All the way around.
Her legacy is expanding rights for everybody and caring about everybody, not just a small group of the population.
Agree with that.
And that's what we need to do. All right, guys, stay connected, stay protected. Don't be infected. This is not a hoax.
But we got the jokes.
Wear a mask, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da-da.